Historically, Ecological Marine Adventures here in Surf City is known for their curiosity, conservation, and their connection through the community. Where conservation and adventure meet. Wild places, wild creatures, wild about planet Earth. We are Bush Wild. Miss Mo, can you tell us what your title is and what you're doing here?
Yeah, so I'm our Director of Education, so I'm responsible for focusing on all of our curriculum, teaching all of our staff, teaching all of our instructors and training them, making sure that all of our camps and our staff are happy and are operating properly.
Perfect. Well, Miss Mo, we are going to do some rapid fire questions about your day-to-day here and some of the resident animals that you work with. So, favorite part about your job?
My favorite part is A, getting to be outside, and B, definitely just getting to know how many kids I affect in their lives. I affect. You walk down the beach and there's 10 kids calling your name because they know who you are, and you taught them 3 years ago, and it's just amazing to see that impact that we have in our students and our community.
Well said. Thank you very much. Who is your favorite resident animal here in the aquarium?
It is definitely Frankie. I don't like to say it too loud because I don't want the other animals to get jealous. But it is Frankie because she's my favorite color. She's a yellow snake.
A yellow snake, okay.
She is actually an albino corn snake. So she's one of our few species that is native to North Carolina. Ooh, we'll get her clips off here. And she's so sweet. We've had her since she was a baby. Oop, and she can't even see very well because we believe she has cataracts in her eyes.
Oh no, poor Miss Frankie.
So.
We can get some snake ASMR in there. Hello, Frankie.
This is my fave for sure.
Oh my goodness, she's beautiful.
And she's very exploratory. I've had her go all the way through my belt loops before.
Your belt?
I was holding her just like talking to people, and she was like literally a literal snake belt. I was like, well, let's try not to do that.
She saw Brittany perform with the boa, and she was like, me too,
She was
please.
like, me too.
Yeah, me too, please. Oh my gosh, she is beautiful. What is one thing that you can think of that people are most surprised to learn about the marine environment?
One of my favorites is when we're on the beach and people are finding shells. I always like to tell them that every seashell they've ever found used to have a snail living in it. So every shell used to have a living organism, whether it was a bivalve or a gastropod, and that's always one of my favorites because they're like, what do you mean?
Yeah, that used to be a home.
Yeah, because people never think about where they came from.
Okay.
So that's one of my faves.
Very cool. What is the messiest part of your job, Miss Mo?
Oh, the messiest part of my job, probably the marsh.
Ooh.
We do head to the marsh a lot, and sometimes there's some of that pluff mud, and you have to go dig a kid's shoe out of that. That croc is stuck 4 feet in the mud, and you're just arm deep.
Crocs
so
in the mud.
for sure.
If you could be any marine animal, what would it be and why?
Giant Pacific octopus, hands down.
Ooh, why is
Favorite
that?
ocean creature. They're so intelligent. They have the ability to just move and do all the things they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
They don't live for very long, which would be a downside, but I would
You make
definitely
the most
prefer
of
to
it.
do them.
What is something that you wish everybody knew about the ocean?
Ooh, I wish everybody knew that the ocean at any given time is producing 50 to 80% of all oxygen on the planet.
Oh, great.
So, yeah,
Yes.
because of all the phytoplankton, whenever we talk to schools and stuff, we always mention that fact as to why the ocean is so important to try and help conserve, because people kind of take that for granted as the biggest carbon sink in the world.
Oh, amazing fact. Hear that, everybody? Take care of the ocean. Describe Eco Marine Adventures in 3 words.
Oh. Okay.
No pressure.
Okay. 3 words.
While you have a snake slithering in your ear.
Exciting. Outdoorsy.
Love, yep.
And swimming, because I always love to swim.
Okay, well done. Well, that was our rapid fire with Miss Mo and featuring Frankie, and we are going to go learn and meet some more cool animals here. Okay, we are down here in the aquarium just in time for Octopus Day, and Miss Kendra is going to introduce us to the star of the show, Ophelia. Can you tell us everything about Ophelia and introduce us to this absolute queen?
Well, thank you for being here. Octopus Day is tomorrow, which October 8th, which I thought is pretty. I didn't even think you're like Oct 8. Perfect. But this is Ophelia. Oh, she's hiding behind. So this is a 2-spot octopus. They are native to California and Mexico area, so on our opposite coast. She is called a 2-spot octopus. Let's see if I can get her to come out over this way. They have 2 false eyes, so almost like the moth species that has those eyeballs on their wings. That's going to help to scare away predators or anything like that. So she's able to, as most octopus, all of octopus actually, able to change their skin so they can camouflage with the colors.
Ooh,
and
hands
they can
up.
change, they can
Advanced chromatophores. Is
Yes.
that? Got it.
Yes. Chromatophores. They are special pigment in the skin cells. Yep. So they're able to change the texture as well. So she can look really bumpy. She's going to the back end.
Oh,
she can look
cool.
really bumpy, or she can look super smooth. Here she comes.
Oh, here she comes.
So as you can see, those 2 spots, she's not really pushing them out, but they'll turn really bright blue, and she'll show off those yellow spots, and she's showing off her tentacles, so this is an awesome opportunity to talk about those. Each tentacle almost has its own brain, what they call it. They are able to think independently with those tentacles, and every single sucker is used as taste or smell, and also for locomotion, so to stick on and move. So think about using your fingers, everything you touch, you smell and taste with. I think that'd be, I don't know if I'd like that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she is such a cool creature. So these octopus here, we actually got her from UNCW. So she's a little special girl. They only live to be 2, so she is a year and some months already. So we are just celebrating her and excited to have her for the rest of her time here. I love her to death.
How is EMA celebrating Octopus Day?
We've already got the upstairs, the little kids zone set up. We are putting all the octopus decorations. I've been making paper chain octopus to kind of dangle around and show. But we are going to have interactive stations for the kiddos.
Okay.
We're going to start out with doing a story time. We're going to feed Miss Ophelia in front of everybody and introduce a Mr. Potato Head. So we like to give her type of enrichment is what they call it in the animal world. So anything that will get her brain going, since she's such a smart gal.
Yes.
We want to make sure she stays active and enriched. So we're actually going to put food hidden inside of the Mr. Potato Head. So she's going to have to figure out how to take off the limbs and everything to get to the food. I think she'll learn pretty quickly that there's food in there. So we've introduced a Kong toy to her, and she has figured out the food in the Kong toy immediately.
Wow.
And we have introduced a clear glass jar. So we started it with it open and slowly did it to where it twists. She's so cute. And she was able to twist it and get it open. So we're like, I'm so proud of her. The day she did it, we had the empty jar, and she just kept going over there. And she's like, do you see what I did?
Look at me. Look at
Right,
me. That
exactly.
is so fun. I feel like there is a Taylor Swift reference in here, too, of, like, Fate of Ophelia.
The minute it came out, I was like, oh, it's about my girl.
Yes.
I
knows.
was very luckily able to name her. So I'm like,
get out.
I thought it was
What
the best.
how did you pick Ophelia?
I don't know, I just like different types of styled names.
Okay.
A lot of people, so we got her a little bit after Ozzy Osbourne passed away,
Okay.
and everybody's like, Sharon. And I was like, I'm not just feeling Sharon.
Yeah, shout out Sharon.
I was like, I do love a Sharon.
See,
but
I thought Ophelia, like Ophelia tentacles. Yeah.
Ophelia. Ophelia tentacles all over. I know, right? Well, I like Ophelia. Like I said, I love that song too. So I was like, I think it fits.
That is awesome. She is perfection.
Yes.
Thank you so much for introducing her.
Of course.
Yes. Okay.
And I'm like, yeah, the animal's still in there.
That's still his house.
That
yeah,
is
he's
what
not
they look like,
vacated.
exactly.
So what does a whelk eat?
They eat, I think they're filter feeders
Okay.
as well. So they'll go through the stand.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times you'll find him in the horse conch. I think we've got it in the back. Yeah, so there's this other, the conch shell right there too. They will often bury underneath the sand in here. So that's going to obviously help them to hide from our hermit crabs, because they can be brutal.
Right.
Yeah, so I think they're just going to eat any type of smaller filtration.
That is really cool.
Yeah, hi, baby. I was like, there's 2 in here. Oh, there's the other one in there.
Okay, so we have Rango and Beans. Who's
Yes. This one, so you can tell they have not very much of a sexual dimorphism, so to
Okay.
tell between the male and the females. So we do have a mating pair in here.
Oh.
The way that you can tell, though, is the males have these special scales. So
my
I knew this was Rango.
goodness.
Right by their cloaca, so they're opening their vent. So the males have those 2 scales, and then the female does not, and the male has a very big sail underneath.
Interesting.
So just like the anoles you find here, they will push out that dew flap, and that will kind of attract the mates and show off, or that might be used as to say, like, hey, I'm a better looking boy than this other boy. So they might be just
Like
showing
big
off
dewlap
behavior-wise.
belly. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
I like his chinny hairs. Can I say hello?
Yeah, of course.
Hey, friend. Oh my goodness.
What
Your
you
chinny
doing?
chin hairs. Look at you.
Good job, Rango.
And what is Rango? I didn't
Yeah.
even ask. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Rango is a they call them false chameleons,
Okay.
but they are a the western bearded anole from Cuba.
Wow.
So they are called the false chameleons because they do have some similarities to normal chameleons, but they are in the anole family, so a type of lizard. They do stick onto the walls with their little sticky pads on their
Wow.
feet. But the similarities to your chameleons, he has something on the top of his head called a casque. So that little protrusion there is a bony protrusion. That is to help the rain or water source go directly to his mouth to help with drinking. So
Crazy.
just like other chameleons.
designed.
I know. I was like, you guys know what you're doing in
Yeah.
the wild. So like chameleons will have that. So as you can kind of see, he's still got some little drops of water on him from us misting him. They have a hydrophobic type skin, so that helps with drinking off of their body too. So if they don't have an actual stream, they can go up to next to each other themselves and
Cool.
get a little drink.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
And they're able to move their eyes somewhat independently, not the same as a chameleon per
Okay.
se, but they are able to have pretty good movement with each of those eyeballs to kind of look at their surroundings, and they're able to change their coloration to blend in and camouflage.
You're so
You
handsome.
gonna go say hi?
No pressure.
Their main, yeah, he's like, maybe. Their main way to camouflage is looking either lighter or darker, and they live in areas where it's really woody or trees.
Okay.
So
They blend
they
right
look
in.
a lot like sticks
Yeah.
or branches. So finding them in here is kind of tricky sometimes. A lot of people only see one. I'm like, there's actually
Yeah.
two.
And they can see you. Yeah.
Exactly. They can see you if you can't see them.
Right.
But yeah, these guys eat mostly like snails and harder insects out in the wild.
Cool.
So they have a really dark tongue, which is kind of cool looking when you watch them eat their food.
Gosh, well, it's so great to meet you, Rango.
He's like, yeah,
Thanks
nice
for
to meet
coming
you
to
too.
say hi. Thank you so much.
Yes,
This is
of
Everybody is
course.
so ready for the camera.
I know. They are ready. Hi. She's got one eye looking at me. There you go, buddy.
He is perfection.
Isn't he cute?
He's very cute.
Go back with your
It's your
lady.
woman.
She's right in the back there.
I wonder if she was like watching, like,
Yeah,
where are
she's
you
like,
going?
where? Oh, he goes, Kendra, you feel nice and warm. So this here is Mo. He is surprisingly, she, not old enough. Well, let me.
Oh my goodness, look at you.
So this is the third largest tortoise in the world. You got the Galapagos to start, the Aldabra, which is the second largest, and the African spurred or sulcata tortoise, which is what Mo is. He will get over 200 pounds one day, and
Oh
he
my
can live up to
goodness.
150 years old.
And do we know how old he is now?
We are unsure of the exact age. He is just like a lot of our animals have been rescues.
Right.
So it's kind of hard to tell how old he is. I'm going to let him walk around.
Yeah,
while we're
please.
sitting here.
And
He
he
can
can
tell, but so we're thinking maybe 5 or so
Okay.
around there.
and he can feel little scritches on his
He
shell,
can,
right?
yes.
That's so
So
fun.
turtles and tortoises have nerve endings all throughout their shell. So you're exactly right. So when you kind of touch, some turtles or tortoises might react. Our other red-footed tortoise, if you scratch near her bum, she'll do little dances.
Oh.
So they do feel all of that. Some of them really enjoy when you give them baths. If you have brushes, kind
Yes.
of rubbing on their shells, they absolutely adore it. So big thing we always tell the little kiddos is, do you think they can feel it through their shell when they're
Yeah.
interacting with him? And a lot of, no. Or
No, definitely
a
not.
lot of misunderstood things are, hey, he can come out of his shell. Oh, you know, he was born and has been growing
Right.
with that shell his whole life. So
He's like, I'm gonna find the one spot.
exactly where I can get stuck. Yeah. But I just love tortoises. They are, well, just turtles in general. They're like little dinosaurs, and I think that makes them special.
Do you feel like Mo has a personality?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He is cheeky, I would say, for sure. He is going back and forth in his tank. If you put a strawberry in the front of his face, I don't think I've seen him move faster.
Oh my goodness.
He loves them.
That's awesome.
So it's really, see, he's already looking on the ground. He goes, where can I find some food? But we're excited to watch him grow. It's going to take a while, but it's going to be really cool to see him be big.
He is perfect.
I love him.
So you'd say strawberries is his favorite snack?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, I think it has to do with the red color, because they can see certain colors a lot easier than others. So, of course, green is a big primary one to find their food source. But red, I think they know, is for tortoises, they like to eat flowers.
Right, like hibiscus,
exactly.
Right? Yes, I knew they
so
liked
anything
hibiscus.
bright coloration, they're going to be attracted to.
This is so cool. I'm so happy to meet Mo.
I know, he's adorable.
He's just a little nugget.
He's like, there I go.
Look how fast I am.
He's like, zoom. Believe it or not, though, if we're not paying attention and he's wandering, I could lose him in 2 seconds.
I can imagine.
I was like, we got to tie a balloon on him so I can find him in the aquarium.
That would be fun. So, do you let certain species kind of just roam every so often to get some exercise?
Yeah, so our tortoises, so Mo and Ginger is our red-footed tortoise. Very important. A lot of tortoises just will wander around anyway throughout the day. So we want to make sure that they can get their explore and exercise time. So we like to take them out. A lot of times if there's a lot of people in here, we'll let them get the interaction and while they're getting their exercise. So we'll put them in like a little playpen or something like that while they're roaming around to get pets and interactions. But definitely the tortoise species are one of the ones that come out pretty frequently.
But he's got a little old man face.
He does. They do these little head bobs so they communicate. Yeah. He's like this. Is that what you're talking about? And so they've got their kitchen. We do like a food prep, and then we usually put some type of sensory thing in this area here, a sensory bin. So we switched it to be more octopus themed for Octopus Day. And then of course you got, your weighing station. You could act like you're prepping things for the animals. And then X-ray area, little reception. It was really cool. We just switched out our animals here. I'm so excited. Look at this anglerfish.
The anglerfish.
It's so cool. So we're making it more cephalopod for octopus. So we've got our squid, some octopus. And it's hilarious because I'll come up here to clean up and I'll find the animals wrapped up, bandaged, like they're taking care of them. And I think it's the coolest thing ever.
That's awesome.
But yeah, they can pretend to be a veterinarian and come on up and interact with the stuffed animals.
This is perfect.
Yeah.
This is very cool.
And then of course we've got our little bug, scorpion, frog, tarantula type area over here. We've got a lot of different little critters. A lot of them like to hide, so it's kind of one little downside, but they're so cool. A lot of times in the summer, during the peak seasons, we'll take these animals out to show and get an up-close view of them. Yeah. Something that I think is pretty interesting are those hissing cockroaches. Yes. They are one of those animals you're like, ew, but they're so cool.
But they hiss out of their butt? Is that right?
Yes. So it's actually just pushing out air. So kind of like a cicada screaming in a similar way. But they're from Madagascar, and I just think they're very
really
interesting.
Cool.
They can't fly, which also makes me feel comfortable handling
them. I feel better, yes.
I feel a lot better since they can't fly.
I would not like to see them uninvited in my house.
Agreed.
But I like to know them.
No, I like to see you somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how I feel.
Uninvited visits are not my favorite either.
I agree. Somebody's bopping around over here. Oh, it's a
hermit crab. We've got a little hermit crab in there. I'm a big frog gal too, so we've got our tomato frogs up top. I absolutely think they are so cool. They are
tomato frogs.
Yeah,
Roma
tomato
and cherry.
Roma and cherry. Hopefully you can see one of them out and about. They like to bury underneath the dirt too. But they are from Madagascar as well, and they have a toxin that they'll produce, like a milky substance, that will, of course, it might give us irritation on ours, but that's to kind of
Sure.
defend from them not getting eaten. So I think that's pretty interesting.
That is really interesting.
They are like most frogs. You want to wear gloves when you handle them, since they can absorb stuff through your skin.